It is January 17th. The virus is popping off. FC got canceled pretty late in the game, and that has me a little worried. I'm gonna pretend like that's not gonna happen. So I'm gonna do con prep as usual. Everything is out of stock right now. It's honestly distressing. There's like no white and black fur. Thankfully, I have like 10 tails left over from MFF, which is the last convention I was a dealer at. But I can't find this fabric either. Thankfully, I had enough to do 6 pairs. 7 technically, because I want to finish a commission before I go to A&E. I had some neoprene. Like, I usually wouldn't make paw linings in white, but I have this neoprene, and I'm going to sew this together and see if it actually is a suitable replacement, just in case this fabric doesn't restock. Okay, so I sewed these linings, and I've been wearing them for about a day. I like them a lot. What I'm really worried about is, it's hard to explain, but the inside of my feet paws have an elastic system, and I usually glue it to the lining, and because of the texture of neoprene, I don't know if I can glue it, which means I have to sew it, which means that I probably should make a new lining pattern. Which is fine, but like I don't have time for that right now, so maybe a summer project. And what I'm really thinking about now too is like, I like the texture. This is Soto, who I mentioned briefly. What I've been doing for necks recently, you can see right here, this is how I finish my feet paws as well. This is the same fabric. That's the same method with the like double stitch that I finish feet with. And now I'm like, maybe I should make that neoprene as well. It would probably like feel better, and then I could extend it maybe like an inch or 2 into the bodysuit. This is not bad, and in fact, like I like this a lot. But the fact that like I never even considered using a different fabric, so I would like to take a moment and just think about like what fabrics I use, why I use them where. This is the deluxe zipper thing that a lot of people have been doing. Where can I please get this? Where you like line the zipper. It's Matrice's tutorial, and I can link that below. And it's like, I like this when it's like a long fur. If you're using a fur like this that's like really short and dense, you don't need the line zipper, I don't think. It's just easier to, how do I describe this? I'll make a tutorial one day about how I normally do zippers, but the deluxe zipper, where it's lined, the way you do it is like you install the zipper like this, and you just put the lining over top of it. And what I usually do when I install zippers, especially like on the Luxe Teddy, is that if the fur side is up, so like the fibers are here, you sew it on top of that, and you sew it like this. So you sew it like this with the teeth facing out on top of like the good side of the fur, so that when you zip it up, it comes inside and it pulls those fibers inward. And like that is just like, I just find that to be a super simple way to install a zipper. Super clean, that's how I usually do it. There she is. She's done. She's so beautiful. She's so good. I'm really, really happy with the way it turned out. This is her short tongue. She has a longer tongue as well. But I was packing her up, getting her ready to ship, and I remembered I didn't finish the tail all the way. So, little foam bit. So there are 2 tails that go with the fursuit. This is one of them. One of them is a really big, like, floor dragger raccoon tail, and the other one is a shark tail. And so this is the shark tail. I forgot to put on the little D's bits, so those are on now. And the other thing, I forgot there was a fish hook. This is the fish hook. And I'm like, I wasn't sure how I was going to do this, but so most of the hook, let me put this down. Most of the hook is that puzzle mat. This is tape because I was patterning it. Originally what I was going to do is make just the middle stiff foam and then make the ends a softer foam or stuff them. And then I actually looked at a picture of what a fish hook looks like, and I realized that I was like, oh, what I was imagining on this end was completely wrong. So I made this whole bit a hard foam, and I made this a soft. This is basically what people use for fursuit heads, an upholstery foam. And so my thought process here, hopefully it works, is that the hole in the tail will be big enough for this middle section. And you can squeeze this section so that it is also the correct size and fit it through the tail. And that's what I'm imagining will happen. Will it work? I don't know. We'll see. So I'm finishing this tonight, and then I think she's ready to ship. I think that's it. I also just signed my lease. I'm super excited. It took forever. Had to get a co-signer because when you're a freelancer, sometimes they just don't believe that your income is real. So this is the first time I've actually had to do that while renting. So, but I have that. We signed a 2-year lease, which is exciting. So I don't have to think about moving again for at least 2 years. Very excited to go back to the city. I want to go to the gym again. That's like the big thing. So right now I'm just trying to plan the timing for everything. I'm gonna rent a truck, and I don't know if I'll have my current roommates drive me. I don't have a license, so it's not legal for me to do it. So I'm trying to figure out if I'm gonna have one of my current roommates drive me up there, or rent the truck up there, have my partner drive it here, and then drive it back. I think that's probably what we'll end up doing. So the official move-in date is 1 month from now. So moving vlog next month. I was like, I can start on Anthrocon prep, but I probably should not do that yet. The projects I wanted to finish the projects I wanted to finish before moving, I should just finish them there. So I will probably move. I wanted to finish the bunny partial, Shadow, who is a cat. I wanted to finish that partial, and I wanted to finish the skunk bodysuit and tail commission. I'll probably finish the skunk, body and feet, and maybe Shadow. Because Shadow's feet are already done, the tail pattern's already done, the hands are already cut. So I can probably finish Shadow maybe before I move. But I can definitely finish the skunk. And then I can ask them if they, I can ask him if he wants his duct tape dummy back. If he does, I can ship it. If not, I can trash it, and that's one less thing for me to pack. So, I hate moving. Oh my god. That's terrifying. That's Montel. This is the Ed head. You might see like makers talk about it because they don't make this model anymore. My grandmother bought this for me as a birthday present, I believe it was. Because before I had this, when I was making fursuits, I would just, this is gonna sound so bad. Don't do what I'm about to describe. I would take paper towel and I would put it on my head, and then I would take my balaclava and I would put it over. And then I would literally just glue the foam and put it on. And it was hot. It was hot. Sometimes I got glue in my hair. And so I asked my grandmother to buy me this, and she did. So this is like the first and only mannequin life cast head I've ever had. And you can tell because he is so busted. Shout out to him. His name is Montel. He's my guy. He's wearing a shirt right now because I was taking pictures. If I took this tape off, it would just like be a gluey residue, so I just like leave it on there. But like he is just messed up, so I had to dress him up. What I wanted to film real quick is, once again, working on this fish hook. If you've seen a fish hook, you might know that this point, it should really just be like this. But the reason it's not pointed up, you might actually be able to see right now, is because it leaves a lot less room here. I need a large area here for the tail to actually go. So I would have to make this part like 2 or more inches longer, which it's not a lot of weight because this is foam, but I'm worried that that would be too much weight for the end of this tail because it's going at the like far tip of a really large shark tail. So this is just an artistic interpretation of a fish hook. Right now I'm also making a little foam tube, like fun foam, foamies, really thin, EVA type closed cell foam. This is going to go in the tail. The tail is filled with polyfill, and then, okay. I'm going to sew a minky tube that the fish hook can be slid through. The tail is filled with polyfill, and I don't want that polyfill to shift and make the opening smaller because that will make it harder to push this through. So it's going to be foam tube, minky tube, and so it'll keep a lot of that polyfill away, so it's a lot easier to slide this through. That's the plan. That's the plan. Here's our shark tail, and you can see this is the hole. It's got a tube sewn in there, and now this is our fish hook. You see this end is what do you call it, upholstery foam, and the rest of this is EVA. So we can squish this. Ooh. Yaha, yaha, yaha. We did it. We did it. This is a giant fish hook. Okay. With this though, Cakes is officially done. She's done. She's done. She's done. I'm gonna pack this up. I think I actually have to put her in 2 boxes. Because like she has 2 huge tails, 2 pairs of feet paws. So I think she has to go 2 boxes. But look at that. Look at that. This is like my chair, and it is covered in fabric. These are mostly for feet paws, because I'm doing 6 pairs of feet paws. So that's what most of that is. Some of this is for like this on top. No, not that one. This right here is part of the rat tails. So you can kind of see, like this is the fuzzy base of some rat tails. So there's a couple pieces of that in here. I think I'm like 4 black bases and a pink. That's what that pink is. There's a pink rat tail. So I have to cut these out. That's what I'm about to do. And then I think I'm going to sew Minky. I believe I've talked about skipped stitches once before. I'm working on the rat possum tails, and so I'm sewing these spots on. And so what I do, so it's I'm zigzagging over these minky pieces, and it can be kind of hard to tell if there's a skip stitch from the front because of the pile of the minky. So I'll turn it over and check the stitches. This is a zigzag stitch, and so, you know, it'll go here, back, here, back. That's when the stitches are correct. There's no skip stitch here. Go back, 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 back. It's fine. But then over here, you can see I have a skip stitch. And so we have the stitch right here, and instead of going back, it just goes straight across. So it missed coming out here. That can happen for a lot of reasons. I think it's something that's happening with me pulling this when I'm turning it, because I kind of just like turn when I'm sewing these, and I think I might have pulled too hard, so it really couldn't catch. But So what I'm just going to do is like sew over this again. And from the other side, I don't know if we'll be able to see it. You can kind of see it right here. It missed that stitch, so it's not sewn down. I try to bring 10 rat tails to every convention now. For smaller conventions, I usually bring like 15 canine tails because that seems just about the correct number. Larger conventions, I kind of go up to like maybe around 30. Anthrocon will probably bring 30. MFF, I think I brought 40, I think. And I came back with like 4 or 5. So like I have that down to what I need to bring, but like for rat tails, I'm still very unsure. Some conventions they sell super well, some they don't. And I don't know if that's the colors I'm making or if it's just like a general desire for this type of tail. Because some of them, like that purple and black one, I try to bring more colorful type tails. And I don't know if maybe I should be bringing more natural colors. Right here, dark pink on top, lighter pink on the bottom. And then it will have some dark pink up there. And like a light pink up there. So this is what I consider like a natural colored one. I also brought more nub tails. I don't think I put that on camera yet, but in the little the dangle tails, I'll show when I do my booth setup. But the dangle tails kind of go in like a grid cube box, so people can just like look through it. And people are always asking if I have like a bear tail, and I don't. I just tend to not make nub tails. And so this time I made 2 nub tails, one that's gray on top, white on bottom, so like a bunny type tail, and then I made one that's all black. Still more of a bunny shape, but like it can pass for a bear shape. So I made 2 of those, and I made 3 cat tails. I'm trying to get better about bringing some cat tails. You know, just in general, furries tend to be dogs or prefer like dog type tails. So I don't bring a lot of cat tails. The only cat tail I ever really bring regularly is the snow leopard. The last con I went to, I made a gray with white tip with black stripes, so like a tabby looking one, a solid brown one, and a solid black one. And the tabby one went first. I think it was one of the first tails I sold at that con. But the other 2 I did not sell until literally the last minute of the convention. It was Sunday. They had given like the final announcement that the den was closing, and someone came by and bought both tails, one for them and one for their girlfriend. And I was like, oh, that's nice that I sold all these cat tails. But like that's just generally why I don't make them, because they don't sell as quickly. But I would like to at least have a few. I would also like to make a dragon tail, but like the thing about dragons, I'm like, maybe I'll make a red dragon. Because like with rat tails, it's like, okay, if I'm making a natural colored rat tail, it's pink and it's probably gray, white, or black. That's what rats are colored like. But with dragons, it's like, green, blue, red, purple. Like I don't know what to make. And they're so large, I don't want to make a lot of them. I want to make maybe 2. So maybe I'll make a blue and a red. I don't know. I would like to start, it was one of my goals pre-COVID, and then like COVID just messed it up, but I would like to start bringing a new type a product for every con. And that's how I originally made the rat tails. I wanted a new tail for my table, and I was like, yeah, this one will be. I have tons of Minky. I have about 3 days before A&E, and I'll get what I had planned done. The last thing I need to do is finish 6 pairs of paws. They're all cut out. Right now I'm just assembling them. These are some gray claws that go with the gray feet. Let me see if I have. I really like the way these gray ones look. It looks nifty. So I'll finish these in time. I kind of wanted to finish one additional thing, but I don't think I'll have time. But that's fine. I'd rather finish what I had planned and not do anything extra than rush and not be able to sleep before my flight. So I'm just gonna watch the Super Bowl. And so I actually finished my con prep a day and a half early, and I wasn't gonna work on this because I was like, I kind of want to just sleep. I don't want to pull an all-nighter before the con. And then I thought about how bad I really want to buy a MacBook, and I want to be guilt-free about buying a MacBook. So we're gonna see if I can do this. I have 12 hours before my flight. Can I fur this head in 12 hours? Probably not, but I'm going to try. I just need to machine sew, because I machine sew my fursuit heads. So I need to machine sew the fur, and then I need to machine sew that fur to the neck lining. I'm holding this right now because I'm gluing. These are 3D eyes, and so this is a piece of stiff felt, and so I'm just gluing that down around here. Then it'll be furred to about here, and then I will put some softer fleece on top for an eyelid. Or maybe I won't. I probably will. We'll see. I'm gonna go with the flow. I don't have time to think. I have 12 hours. You will not see this again until it's done. Or until it's not done. We'll talk later.